Imagine that your entire life has not been a series of random events, but rather a silent preparation for something much greater. Have you ever felt like you were waiting for something important, a calling that only a select few can recognize? If there truly exists a group of awakened souls scattered across the world, waiting for the right moment to act, could you be one of them? Throughout history, the legend of 144,000 special souls has echoed through sacred texts and ancient prophecies. This number is not only mentioned in the Book of Revelation, where it represents those marked by the divine, but it also appears in various spiritual traditions. Some believe these individuals are chosen to guide humanity through times of great transformation. Others see it as a symbol of collective spiritual awakening, where many souls across the world are connected through an unseen force that transcends borders and beliefs. Interestingly, the number 144,000 is not confined to the Bible. In certain Eastern philosophies, it is believed that highly evolved souls reincarnate periodically to help humanity rediscover its true path. Buddhism speaks of bodhisattvas, enlightened beings who choose to remain in the world to assist others. Hinduism describes divine incarnations that appear whenever the world falls into imbalance. Could the 144,000 be a modern manifestation of these enlightened beings? How can we recognize them? They are not necessarily religious leaders or figures of power. They could be anyone: artists, scientists, philosophers, or even ordinary individuals driven by a profound purpose. They possess a strong intuition, a deep connection with the universe, and an undeniable sense that they have a mission to fulfill. Numerology also provides fascinating insights into the significance of 144,000. It is a multiple of 12 times 12, a number that holds deep meaning in many cultures. The 12 apostles of Christ, the 12 tribes of Israel, the 12 zodiac signs, the 12 knights of the Round Table. Doubling this number symbolizes a new level of consciousness, a spiritual completion, and a cosmic cycle. Perhaps this number is not just a metaphor, but a sign of special individuals who are slowly awakening. If you have ever felt different, if you have ever sensed that your life has a higher purpose, perhaps now is the time to seek the answers. Could you be one of the 144,000 destined for a greater mission? What if the 144,000 chosen ones were not a fixed group, but rather a dynamic collective of awakened souls constantly evolving and growing? This idea challenges the notion of exclusivity and suggests that spiritual enlightenment is an ongoing process rather than a predetermined destiny. The implications of this mystery are profound. If such individuals truly exist, what is their purpose? Are they meant to guide humanity through a great transformation? Some esoteric scholars believe that the 144,000 represent a group of spiritually awakened individuals whose higher consciousness can trigger a ripple effect, accelerating the ascension of humanity as a whole. In other words, the awakening of a few could lead to the awakening of many. This concept aligns with the 100th monkey effect, a theory suggesting that once a critical number of individuals adopt a new skill or awareness, that knowledge spreads rapidly to the rest of the population. Could we be on the verge of such a massive shift? If this prophecy refers to a spiritual mission, how can one determine if they are among the chosen? There are countless stories of individuals across the world feeling an unexplained calling, a deep longing to seek knowledge, help others, and connect with something greater than themselves. Some describe frequent synchronicities, such as repeatedly seeing the number 144 on clocks, signs, or important documents. Others speak of intense dreams, spiritual encounters, and an unshakable feeling that something beyond ordinary reality is waiting to be revealed. This idea is more than just a mystical fascination. It raises real questions about the role these individuals might play in modern society. If they truly exist, are they being prepared in secret for a major event? And even more intriguingly, is there a hidden organization overseeing this preparation? Throughout history, sacred societies like the Rosicrucians, Freemasons, and the Illuminati have been associated with hidden knowledge and exclusive teachings. Some of these groups claim to preserve wisdom so powerful that it could change the course of civilization if revealed to the public. What if the true purpose of such organizations was to identify and train the 144,000 chosen ones? Historical records suggest that certain groups have safeguarded advanced spiritual practices for centuries, passing knowledge down through generations only to those deemed worthy. Many influential spiritual leaders, alchemists, scientists, and philosophers throughout history have been linked to these secret societies. This leads to a fascinating question. What if the 144,000 have already begun to awaken, yet the majority of humanity remains unaware? In today's world, distractions are everywhere, and some believe this is not a coincidence. Certain spiritual researchers suggest that there are forces actively working to prevent the awakening of these individuals. The manipulation of information, the culture of fear, and the social systems designed to isolate individuals could be part of a greater plan to keep humanity in a state of spiritual slumber. But if the prophecy is true, these efforts will ultimately fail, as the time for awakening has already begun, and those who are called can feel it in their very souls. Yet the biggest question remains: who is truly behind this preparation? Is there an organization orchestrating this awakening? If so, what are their methods and goals? And most importantly, how can we recognize their presence in the modern world? These questions lead us to Part 2, where we will explore the secret societies and the keepers of lost knowledge. Could these mysterious organizations hold the wisdom that has the power to change humanity's fate? The answers may be closer than we think. If a select group of individuals is being prepared for a great awakening, an inevitable question arises: who is orchestrating this process? Is this preparation unfolding spontaneously, or is there a secret society guiding and teaching those who are ready to receive the necessary knowledge? Throughout history, numerous secret societies have been rumored to guard forbidden wisdom, protecting ancient secrets that have the potential to transform human consciousness. But who are these organizations? And more importantly, what is their true purpose? Records of secret societies can be found in nearly every civilization, from ancient Egypt to the modern era. Some accounts suggest that these groups have passed down sacred teachings only to those deemed worthy and prepared to receive them. For instance, Egyptian priests were known to possess profound knowledge of astronomy, mathematics, alchemy, and spirituality. However, this information was not made available to the masses. Only initiates who underwent rigorous trials were allowed to understand the deeper mysteries of the universe. This pattern has repeated throughout history, with the rise of various secret orders that claimed to hold hidden wisdom, passing it down through generations to those they considered enlightened. One of the most well-known of these societies is the Rosicrucian Order, a mystical group that emerged in 17th century Europe, though many believe its origins stretch much further back in history. It is said that Rosicrucians possess advanced knowledge of spiritual science, alchemy, and the true nature of reality. Their core belief is that humanity can reach a higher state of consciousness, but that this knowledge must be safeguarded from those who would misuse it. Some researchers suggest that the 144,000 chosen ones may be connected to the Rosicrucian mission of guiding humanity toward a new age of enlightenment. Another mysterious society is the Freemasons, an organization that traces its origins to medieval stonemasons, but has since evolved into something far beyond the realm of architecture. Their iconic symbols, such as the square and compass, are believed to represent not only physical construction, but also the building of human consciousness and spiritual wisdom. To become a Freemason, one must undergo an initiation process involving symbolic lessons, moral tests, and a commitment to seeking knowledge. To some, Freemasonry is merely a fraternal order dedicated to philosophy and charity, but to others it is a guardian of ancient esoteric secrets, secrets that may have a direct link to the 144,000 chosen ones. However, the most controversial and widely speculated secret society is undoubtedly the Illuminati. The name itself evokes countless theories, ranging from a hidden elite controlling world events to an enlightened group striving against ignorance. Historically, the Bavarian Illuminati was founded in the 18th century with the goal of fighting superstition and promoting reason and knowledge. However, some theories suggest that the organization never truly disappeared and may be connected to a spiritual elite shaping humanity's destiny from behind the scenes. If this is true, could the 144,000 be part of an even greater plan, overseen by one of these secret societies? Beyond the Western secret orders, there are also mystical traditions in the East that speak of enlightened beings guiding humanity. In Tibetan traditions, legends tell of the Great White Brotherhood, a group of enlightened masters said to reside in hidden sanctuaries, watching over humanity's spiritual evolution. Some believe these masters are actively monitoring those who are awakening, sending subtle signals to guide them toward true knowledge. Could it be that the awakening of the 144,000 is not happening by chance, but is instead being carefully orchestrated by these ancient keepers of wisdom? And if so, what is the final purpose of this grand design? As we continue to explore this mystery, one question lingers. If these secret societies truly exist and hold the key to humanity's transformation, how can we recognize their presence in the modern world? The answers may be hidden in plain sight, waiting for those with the eyes to see. Some individuals have recounted mystical experiences, describing vivid dreams or visions of hidden temples where they receive teachings from unknown sages. Could these masters be the true guides of the chosen ones? Regardless of which secret society may be involved, one principle remains clear: knowledge is not freely given. It must be earned. This is one of the main reasons why these groups have guarded their secrets so carefully. True wisdom is not just about learning facts. It must be lived and experienced. Throughout history, secret societies have established initiation rituals designed not only to test a candidate's determination, but also to prepare their mind and spirit for truths that might be overwhelming for those unready. What is even more intriguing is that many of these societies operate through a hierarchy of initiatory levels, where members ascend step by step as they demonstrate their spiritual growth and understanding. Could this indicate that the 144,000 chosen ones also undergo a similar process, one that most people remain oblivious to, Perhaps the spiritual awakening of these individuals does not happen instantaneously, but unfolds gradually as they prove themselves ready to face deeper truths about reality. If a grand plan is indeed in motion to prepare these individuals, then a critical question arises: how does this selection process take place? Signs appear all around us, but is there a specific method to identify those who possess the necessary energy to partake in this mission? Some mystical traditions suggest that certain souls enter this world with unique energetic codes that are activated when they encounter specific knowledge or undergo profound life experiences. This process may serve as a form of spiritual filtration, ensuring that only the most prepared individuals advance further. But there is another angle to consider. If there are groups working to awaken the chosen ones, could there also be forces attempting to prevent this awakening? History has shown that many great secret societies have faced persecution, their members hunted, silenced, and their practices outlawed. This raises a crucial question. Is there an unseen battle occurring behind the scenes? Some believe that such a conflict does exist, and that this hidden spiritual war may ultimately determine the future of humanity. If the 144,000 chosen ones are indeed being prepared, how can we recognize whether we are part of this group? Are there clear signs that indicate a calling? More importantly, how can we prepare ourselves for such a mission? This is precisely what we will explore in Part 3, where we will delve into the signs and symptoms of what is often referred to as the spiritual calling. Could you be one of the chosen ones? The answer may be closer than you think. And what if you are one of the 144,000 but have yet to realize it? How would you know that you belong to this extraordinary group, destined for a spiritual mission of cosmic proportions? If this prophecy holds true, and a secret organization is indeed preparing certain individuals for a great awakening, then there must be clear signs and indications that signal this calling. However, these signs are not always obvious and often manifest subtly, challenging our perception and understanding of reality. Throughout history, mystics, seekers, and initiates have recorded experiences that suggest a profound spiritual awakening. In many cases, this awakening does not occur suddenly, but unfolds through a series of seemingly unrelated events. Strange synchronicities, recurring number sequences, vivid dreams, an inexplicable feeling that something greater is at play. If you feel as though your life is being guided by an unseen force, you may already be on the path to awakening. One of the most common early signs of what is often referred to as the calling is a persistent sense that you do not quite belong to this world in the way others seem to. From childhood, many individuals who later experience spiritual awakening report a deep disconnection from their surroundings. This is not social isolation, but rather an unshakable feeling that something is fundamentally misaligned with the way society operates. Have you ever felt as though the world around you is running on autopilot, as if most people are trapped in an illusion that only you can perceive? This sensation may be the first step toward your awakening. Another crucial indicator is meaningful coincidences. Carl Jung, the renowned psychoanalyst, described this phenomenon as synchronicity, events that are linked not by causality, but by significance. Those undergoing a spiritual awakening often start noticing repeated number sequences like 144, 1111, 333, and other numerical patterns appearing on clocks, receipts, signs, and other unexpected places. To some, these numbers may seem unimportant, but to those paying attention they serve as coded messages from the universe, affirming that they are on the right path. Then there are dreams and visions. Many awakening individuals report experiencing vivid and unusual dreams in which they feel as though they are being guided or trained by enigmatic figures. Some dream of ancient temples, sacred symbols, radiant light, or even encounters with spiritual entities. These dreams often carry deep meaning, offering insights into one's life purpose or even premonitions of future events. What makes this even more fascinating is that some of these experiences are not limited to sleep. There are countless accounts of people sensing an invisible presence or catching glimpses of an alternate reality beyond the ordinary. A powerful sign of awakening is the expansion of intuition. Those who are awakening begin to sense emotions and energies around them with heightened intensity. Their intuition sharpens, acting as an inner compass that helps them discern the people, situations, and paths aligned with their mission. In many cases, this heightened sensitivity also manifests as deep empathy, an overwhelming ability to absorb and feel the emotions of others. While this can be a challenge, leading to emotional exhaustion if not managed properly, it is also a profound gift. For those who resonate with this, it could be a sign that they are among the 144,000 chosen ones, as deep emotional awareness is a key trait of those who have come to assist humanity. Could you be one of them? The answer might be closer than you think. Spiritual awakening often brings profound physical changes alongside mental and emotional shifts. Many individuals report an increased sensitivity to food, light, sound, and even the emotions of others. Their body's vibrational frequency seems to shift, making previously normal habits feel unsustainable. This occurs because the process of spiritual ascension recalibrates a person's energetic frequency, requiring the physical body to adapt. Sudden changes in diet, an overwhelming need to spend more time in nature, and an urge to avoid environments saturated with negative energy are common indicators of this transformation. But perhaps the most powerful sign is the inner calling, a sensation that is difficult to articulate, yet impossible to ignore. Many who undergo awakening report an inexplicable longing to seek knowledge, develop spiritually, and assist others. This isn't a fleeting curiosity, but a profound drive, leading them to explore topics like meditation, energy healing, metaphysics, spirituality, and ancient mysteries. It's as if something deep within them constantly whispers, "There is more. Keep searching." If you have ever felt this, you may already be part of something greater than yourself. However, just as there are signs of a calling, there are also challenges. Many who experience awakening go through phases of crisis and confusion. The material world may begin to lose meaning, and past ambitions might no longer hold significance. This can be a vulnerable period, as spiritual awakening can be both liberating and isolating. Those around you may not understand what is happening, leading to a sense of detachment from society. Yet this is a natural process. As you align with your true mission, your frequency shifts, and new connections will emerge to guide you on your journey. The lingering question is, do all awakened individuals belong to the 144,000 chosen ones? This is a complex subject. Some traditions assert that 144,000 is a literal number, a specific group destined to lead humanity. Others believe the number is symbolic, representing a much larger collective of awakened souls working together to elevate the planet's vibration. Regardless of interpretation, one truth remains. Those who feel the calling must prepare themselves. And this leads to a compelling question. Is there a grand design in place to gather these individuals? If secret societies truly exist and are orchestrating this process, how do they identify those who are ready? And more importantly, how are these chosen individuals being trained and prepared for their mission? These are the mysteries we will uncover in Part 4. The Grand Plan. How are the chosen ones being prepared? What is really happening behind the scenes? Who is orchestrating this invisible training? And how can you prepare for what lies ahead? If the 144,000 truly exist, an inevitable question arises. How are they being readied for their mission? Is this preparation happening spontaneously through life experiences and spiritual awakenings? Or is there a more sophisticated plan being executed by unseen forces operating from behind the veil? Throughout history, various mystical traditions have suggested that profound spiritual awakenings are never random occurrences. Instead, they are orchestrated by a higher intelligence, manifesting in different ways through spiritual guides, hidden masters, or secret societies that preserve the knowledge necessary for this transformation. If there is indeed a plan to activate the chosen ones, it must follow a specific set of rules, stages, and initiation rites. The first fundamental aspect of this grand design is the gradual activation of consciousness. Many of those destined for awakening spend a significant portion of their lives in a kind of deep sleep, fully immersed in the material world, conforming to societal norms, and often unaware of their true mission. Then, something happens. This activation can be triggered by a life-altering event, a near-death experience, a deep existential crisis, or even an encounter with knowledge so transformative that it completely reshapes their perception of reality. This initial awakening serves as the first key, prompting an individual to question the world around them. Following this moment of realization, the chosen ones often enter a phase of intense learning. They feel an unexplainable urge to seek knowledge, diving into spiritual traditions, esoteric teachings, philosophy, quantum physics, meditation, and anything that expands their understanding of existence. But this search is not random. Many report feeling as though they are being mysteriously guided towards specific books, people, or teachings at precisely the right moment, as if an invisible intelligence is placing the necessary tools for their evolution directly in front of them. One of the most intriguing aspects of this grand design is its connection to the planet's spiritual energy grid. Ancient civilizations constructed temples and monuments at specific locations, aligning them with cosmic frequencies. Sites such as Stonehenge, the Egyptian pyramids, Machu Picchu, and other ancient structures appear to be linked to powerful energetic pathways. Some researchers believe that the 144,000 chosen ones share a unique energetic resonance with these sacred sites. When they visit these locations, or even simply connect with their vibrations, their spiritual activation accelerates significantly. Yet an even more compelling mystery lies in the role of secret societies in this preparation process. If there is indeed a group working behind the scenes to train these individuals, how do they operate? There are indications that certain teachings are passed down indirectly through symbols, encrypted messages, and even popular media. Films, books, and music sometimes contain hidden information that only those ready to perceive will understand. For the average person, these may seem like mere entertainment, but for those undergoing an awakening, these messages act as concealed keys, unlocking inner memories and activating deeper awareness. Furthermore, some secret societies may actively monitor those who are awakening. Certain theories suggest that mystical orders have methods for identifying individuals who resonate with the frequency of the 144,000. This could be done through energy assessments, behavioral analysis, patterns of thought, or even the vibrational field of a person. Those who exhibit a heightened level of consciousness may, without realizing it, be observed or even discreetly recruited for further training. But this preparation is not solely intellectual. It also involves trials and initiations. Many who undergo a spiritual awakening experience intense emotional and psychological turbulence. This serves as a foundational test because, before they can assist humanity, the chosen ones must first confront their own inner darkness. This phase is crucial. Only by facing their fears, doubts, and past traumas can they develop the strength, wisdom, and resilience required for their greater mission. And this leads us to the ultimate question. If the chosen ones truly exist, who is guiding them? Are they being prepared purely through life's experiences, or is there a hidden, sophisticated plan, one orchestrated by unseen forces working behind the scenes? Perhaps the answer lies in the journey itself. Those who feel the call must embrace the process, trusting that every challenge, every revelation, and every moment of synchronicity is a step toward something far greater than they can yet comprehend. In various initiation traditions, candidates must undergo rituals symbolizing death and rebirth, a powerful representation of shedding the old self and emerging as a transformed being. A similar process occurs for those experiencing spiritual awakening in modern times. They are called to confront their deepest fears, heal past wounds, and free themselves from the illusions of the material world. Another essential aspect of the grand design is the gathering of the chosen ones. At a certain point, these awakened souls begin to find one another, sometimes through extraordinary synchronicities, unexpected encounters, or even through the internet, which has become a tool for individuals of the same vibrational frequency to connect across the globe. This phase is critical because when these individuals unite, their collective energy amplifies, generating a field of resonance that can accelerate the awakening of humanity as a whole. Yet behind this mission lies an even greater challenge: the resistance to awakening. If the chosen ones are indeed being prepared, it suggests that something of great significance is on the horizon. However, not everyone wants this transformation to take place. There are forces at play that seek to keep humanity in a state of unconsciousness, because an awakened planet would mean the collapse of certain control systems that have existed for centuries. Many individuals who embark on the path of awakening report encountering unexpected difficulties, financial struggles, emotional turmoil, or even inexplicable energetic attacks. This raises an unsettling possibility. There may be an invisible battle unfolding behind the scenes. If this is true, then the grand design is not merely about activating the chosen ones. It must also involve protecting and empowering them. Some believe that there are benevolent spiritual entities working in the background, ensuring that those aligned with this mission receive the guidance and strength they need to fulfill their purpose. At this stage, intuition becomes an indispensable tool. Those who learn to trust their inner voice are better equipped to navigate the obstacles placed in their path, avoiding pitfalls and remaining steadfast in their mission. But if all of this is real, then a deeper question emerges. Who is truly orchestrating this process? Are the awakened ones being guided by ancient spiritual masters, interdimensional beings, or perhaps a secret brotherhood of humans who have preserved ancient knowledge. If there is indeed a group overseeing this preparation, what is their ultimate objective? This leads us to a greater mystery: the unseen guides. Who stands behind the Brotherhood? Are these forces benevolent, working to assist humanity? Or is there something hidden that we have yet to uncover? Who is truly guiding the 144,000 chosen ones? If a grand plan is unfolding to prepare them, then an even deeper question must be asked. Who holds the reins of this process? Are they highly trained individuals belonging to secret esoteric societies? Or are there invisible forces, spiritual entities, or advanced intelligences directing the course of this awakening? This is a mystery that has perplexed mystics, occult scholars, and seekers of truth for centuries. And the answer may be far more complex than we ever imagined. Since ancient times, there have been records of unseen guides, mysterious entities working behind the scenes to guide those who are ready to receive higher knowledge. In some traditions, these guides are referred to as the Ascended Masters, beings who have transcended the physical realm but continue to assist humanity from higher planes of existence. Among the most well-known figures associated with this concept are Saint-Germain, Kuthumi, Moria, Jwal-Kul, Serapis Bey, and several others whose names appear throughout various esoteric teachings. It is said that these masters have communicated with select individuals throughout history, delivering messages and revelations that have shaped the spiritual evolution of the planet. Other spiritual traditions speak of the Great White Brotherhood, a collective of enlightened beings who serve as guardians of human progress. According to certain accounts, these beings reside in hidden sanctuaries within higher dimensions, accessible only to those who have reached a certain level of consciousness. But are they truly responsible for activating the 144,000 chosen ones? If so, how does this communication take place? And why do some individuals seem to receive clear guidance, while others remain unaware of their role in this grand design? Throughout history, there have been numerous accounts of individuals claiming to have received direct messages from these guides. Some describe these encounters occurring through dreams, visions, or deep meditation. Others suggest that the masters operate in more subtle ways, shaping events, orchestrating encounters, and setting the stage for moments of awakening. If this is true, then it is possible that the chosen ones are being prepared without even realizing the source of their training. However, not everyone believes these unseen guides are spiritual beings. Some theories propose that the 144,000 are being monitored and mentored by an elite group of humans who have safeguarded hidden knowledge for millennia. When we examine history, we find that influential figures such as Leonardo da Vinci, Isaac Newton, Nikola Tesla, and Helena Blavatsky were all connected to secret societies and demonstrated insights far beyond their time. Could it be that these individuals were carefully groomed by a hidden brotherhood to fulfill a specific mission? Another intriguing possibility is that these guides are, in fact, interdimensional or extraterrestrial entities observing and influencing humanity's destiny. This idea is not new. Ancient cultures across the world have recorded encounters with gods, angels, and celestial beings who imparted advanced knowledge. From the wisdom of the Sumerians to the myths of the Mayans, from the divine messengers in religious texts to the enigmatic beings described in modern UFO accounts, there is a recurring theme. Someone or something has been guiding humanity from behind the veil. The real question remains: who are these unseen guides? Are they benevolent mentors working for the upliftment of humanity, or is there a deeper, more complex agenda at play? And most importantly, how does their involvement connect to the awakening of the 144,000? This mystery leads us further down the rabbit hole, a journey where ancient wisdom, hidden organizations, and cosmic influences all converge in a way that challenges everything we think we know. Some theories suggest that these unseen visitors may have been influencing human consciousness for centuries, subtly guiding select individuals to fulfill a much greater plan. But the crucial question remains: do they genuinely seek the best for humanity? Or are they merely using the awakened as pawns in a cosmic game we have yet to fully comprehend? Regardless of who is in control, one undeniable pattern emerges. Those who awaken always seem to be guided by an unseen force, pushing them toward the next level of their journey. This process is not random. It follows a sequence, an orchestrated chain of events that ensures an individual reaches the necessary state of awareness to fulfill their mission. It could be a book appearing at the perfect moment, a chance encounter with someone delivering a crucial message, or even a crisis that forces a deep, transformative shift within. And an even more intriguing detail comes into focus. Those who are chosen seem to be trained in different fields of knowledge, as if each individual has a specific role within a grander design. Some are drawn towards science and technology, unraveling the mysteries of the physical world. Others dive deep into spirituality, seeking a profound understanding of consciousness and the nature of existence. Meanwhile, some develop artistic or communication skills, seemingly meant to convey hidden truths through creative expression. It appears that each individual carries a unique puzzle piece, and only when the right moment arrives will all these pieces come together to form a complete picture. But there remains a significant obstacle: opposition to this awakening. If an unseen force is guiding the chosen, then there are also forces working tirelessly to hinder this process. These opposing forces manifest in various ways, through distractions, fear, self-doubt, and even unexplained energetic attacks. Many who undergo an awakening report encountering intense resistance, facing unexpected hardships, and experiencing deep feelings of isolation. Some believe this is the ultimate test. Only those who can overcome these challenges are truly ready for their mission. If all of this is true, then the most pressing question is, what is the ultimate purpose of this preparation? Are we approaching a global event where these 144,000 individuals will play a crucial role? Is there a precise moment when this revelation will unfold? This is exactly what we will explore in the next chapter, the moment of revelation. When will the chosen be called? Prophecies point to a significant event, but has it already begun? Or are we merely preparing for something even more profound? If 144,000 individuals are indeed being prepared for a pivotal moment, then the unavoidable question remains: when will this great calling take place? Are we already in the midst of it without realizing? Or is the true moment of revelation still on the horizon? To uncover the answers, we must examine recurring historical patterns and prophecies that point to a critical turning point for humanity. Various spiritual traditions speak of a time when humanity will undergo a massive transformation, a period marked by chaos and upheaval, but also by awakening and renewal. Could it be that we are standing at the threshold of this long foretold shift? And if so, what role will the chosen ones play in shaping the next era of human existence? Ancient texts speak of a time of great upheaval, a period in which only those with spiritual preparation will be able to navigate the transformation with wisdom. This concept is echoed in Christian scriptures, Eastern traditions, and even in the lost civilizations of the Maya and the Egyptians. But could we be living in that time right now? If we examine current events, we see an unprecedented convergence of crises, wars, environmental disasters, rapid technological advancements, and a dramatic rise in people seeking spiritual awakening. Are these merely coincidences, or are they signs that a great moment of transition is approaching? Some theories suggest that the so-called calling of the 144,000 will not happen all at once, but will unfold in waves. In other words, individuals awaken at different times, each playing their part in preparing for the great event. For some, the calling has already begun. Many people feel as though they are undergoing an intense internal process, as if some unseen force is activating them. Some experience sudden shifts in their lives, letting go of old patterns, ending relationships that no longer align, and feeling an irresistible urge to seek higher knowledge and transformation. And then there's the cosmic and energetic factor. If the chosen ones are truly being called, this awakening may be connected to astrological cycles and cosmic events that influence Earth's vibrational field. Many believe that planetary alignments, solar storms, and other celestial phenomena play a crucial role in the awakening of consciousness. During periods of heightened energetic activity, the planet's frequency increases, making it easier for those who are ready to align with their true mission. This could explain why so many people are awakening simultaneously. Another key factor is technology. For the first time in history, information that was once restricted to secret societies and closed circles is now widely available. Esoteric texts, meditation practices, and ancient teachings can be accessed by anyone who seeks them. This may be part of a larger plan, a way to ensure that the 144,000 can find the tools necessary for their awakening. But this same technology also presents a challenge, because alongside valuable information, there is also misinformation, and not everything being spread truly leads to spiritual growth. So what exactly will happen when the chosen ones answer the call? There are several possibilities. Some believe there will be a global event, a moment of profound impact on collective consciousness, where the awakened will step into leadership roles to guide humanity through the transition. Others suggest that the shift will be more subtle, occurring through small yet powerful personal revolutions, where each awakened individual becomes a catalyst for a new era of awareness. Yet there is another possibility, that this calling is not something external, but something deeply internal. In other words, no one will knock on your door and tell you that you are one of the 144,000. The calling happens within, like an inner voice that grows louder and more undeniable over time. Those who are meant for this mission will simply know, at the right moment, that it is time to act. They will not need instructions, because their intuition will guide them. But there is an unsettling question. What happens if some of the chosen ones ignore the call? The world is full of distractions and obstacles. Many who have started to awaken may feel discouraged, fearful, or even doubtful of their own mission. Is there a plan in place to ensure that those who have been chosen truly fulfill their purpose? And if so, who or what is behind it? Perhaps this is why so many awakened individuals face hardships before they discover their true path. These challenges are not mere obstacles, they are tests, preparing them for the moment when they must rise and embrace their strength. No matter what the nature of this calling may be, one thing is certain: a transformation is underway, and humanity stands at a pivotal moment in its history. The 144,000 chosen ones have a crucial role to play in this process. But a greater question arises: will this journey unfold peacefully? Or is there a hidden force working against this awakening? Could there be a spiritual war taking place behind the scenes, one that the chosen are caught in without even realizing it? This is exactly what we will explore in Chapter 7, The Spiritual Battle. Light versus the forces of opposition. If there is a group of awakened beings being prepared for a great shift, then it is only logical to assume that opposing forces are working just as hard to stop them. For centuries, myths and spiritual traditions have spoken of a cosmic struggle between light and darkness, one that transcends the material realm and unfolds on a much deeper, unseen level of existence. But does this battle truly exist? And more importantly, are the chosen ones unknowingly in the middle of it? To understand this invisible struggle, we must revisit the concept of controlling human consciousness. Throughout history, entire civilizations have been manipulated through fear, deception, and the suppression of knowledge. Empires have risen to power by ensuring that people remain unaware of their true potential, enforcing belief systems that promote obedience and discourage curiosity or independent thought. But what if a significant number of people suddenly awakened to their true nature? What if millions realized that they hold the power to create, transform, and transcend their reality? Such an awakening would shatter the very foundations of the control system that govern the world. And for this reason, there are forces dedicated to keeping humanity in a state of unconsciousness. These forces manifest in various ways, through political structures, economic systems, distorted religious teachings, and even popular culture, which often serves as a sedative for the collective mind. The greatest danger is not just external oppression, but how these systems condition people to fear their own awakening, to willingly accept a limited reality rather than question and break free. But if a game of manipulation is indeed being played, then who is orchestrating the resistance? Some esoteric traditions speak of interdimensional entities that feed off the low-frequency energies of human fear and suffering. While this idea may seem extreme, it is intriguing to note that many ancient cultures described unseen beings capable of influencing human thoughts and emotions. So, is this spiritual battle just a metaphor? Or is it something far more real than we have been led to believe? And if it is real, what role do you play in it? These forces could be the true architects of the control matrix, operating behind the scenes to prevent humanity from awakening to its full potential. Some believe this resistance comes from groups of individuals who have safeguarded hidden knowledge for centuries, using it to maintain their position of power. If a secret brotherhood is preparing the 144,000 chosen ones for a great awakening, then it is equally possible that an opposing order is actively working to stop this process. Throughout history, we have seen how certain groups were systematically hunted down and eradicated when they attempted to bring forbidden knowledge to the masses. The Cathars, the Knights Templar, mystical Suevi scholars, and many others were eliminated because they challenged the dominant power structures of their time. But perhaps the most dangerous battlefield in this spiritual war is not an external one. It is the internal struggle taking place within each chosen individual. One of the greatest challenges of awakening is the conflict between new levels of consciousness and deeply ingrained mental conditioning. Many who feel the call experience intense doubt, fear, and confusion, and this is not a coincidence. A sophisticated energetic attack seeks to derail the awakened, throwing emotional, social, and even financial obstacles in their path. The fear of isolation, resistance to change, and the overwhelming sense of loneliness are some of the weapons used in this battle. If the 144,000 chosen ones truly exist, then they must prepare for this confrontation. And the best way to protect oneself is not through external conflict, but through inner mastery. This means learning to discern the different energies at play, maintaining a high vibrational frequency, and most importantly, refusing to succumb to fear. Awareness is the greatest shield. Those who understand how this war operates can neutralize its effects and continue their journey forward. But there is a crucial detail. If forces are actively trying to stop this awakening, it suggests that the decisive moment is drawing near. No one tries to suppress something unless it poses a real threat to the established order. The fact that so many around the world are facing intense challenges may be a sign that the grand transformation is accelerating and that the chosen ones are nearing the completion of their mission. The question remains, what happens after this battle? If the 144,000 can resist and fulfill their purpose, what will be the next step for humanity? Are we on the verge of a new world, a civilization built upon higher principles and a new understanding of existence? This is precisely what we will explore in Chapter 8, The New Earth, Life After the Shift. If the chosen ones succeed, what can we expect from the future? What will this new world look like? And more importantly, are we truly ready for such a transformation? If the 144,000 have indeed been prepared for a mission, then the inevitable question is, what comes next? What will happen to humanity once these individuals fulfill their roles? Are we standing on the edge of a global transformation? The concept of a new earth appears in many spiritual traditions and prophecies, suggesting that after a period of upheaval and transition, humanity will enter a new era of consciousness, one where higher values replace the outdated structures of the past. But how will this shift occur? And are we truly ready for such a profound change? The first fundamental point to understand is that this transformation will not just be external. It will be deeply internal. Many people expect a miraculous event to instantly reshape the planet, but the truth is that humanity's awakening happens gradually, as more individuals elevate their vibration and begin to create a new reality from within. The 144,000 chosen ones will act as catalysts for this process, serving as beacons of light that inspire and guide others toward transformation. One of the most visible signs of this shift is the crumbling of old power structures. Today, we witness unprecedented crises within governments, religious institutions, corporations, and control systems that have long dictated the course of human history. Many of these institutions were built upon fear, scarcity, and manipulation, but such foundations can no longer sustain an awakened humanity. However, the collapse of these structures does not signify destruction. It signals realignment, where new models of social and spiritual organization will emerge to take their place. This new earth will be defined by a completely different understanding of reality. People will begin to recognize that the external world is merely a reflection of their internal state, and this realization will fundamentally change how society operates. War, conflict, and division will have no place in a world where collective consciousness shifts toward love and cooperation. This may sound idealistic, but consider this. If a significant number of people raise their frequency and adopt a new way of thinking, the planet's energy field will shift. One of the most fascinating aspects of this transition is the quantum leap in technology and knowledge. For centuries, revolutionary discoveries have been suppressed or discredited because they threatened the interests of those who controlled the power structures. But as humanity awakens, hidden knowledge and groundbreaking innovations will come to light, reshaping our understanding of science, energy, and human potential. The question is no longer if this transformation will happen, but rather how soon and how prepared we are to embrace it. Are we ready to step into this new era? And most importantly, will we recognize our own role in creating it? In the new era, sustainable and clean technologies will take center stage, and energy-based healing methods will replace many of the invasive treatments of traditional medicine. Humanity's relationship with both science and spirituality will undergo a profound transformation as people begin to see that these two realms are not separate, but deeply interconnected. Another essential shift will be in our perception of time and reality. Many awakened individuals have reported a sensation that time is accelerating, as if something is altering the way we experience existence. This phenomenon may be linked to the increasing vibrational frequency of the planet, a concept that even scientists studying the Schumann resonance, the electromagnetic pulse of Earth, have explored. As this frequency rises, people will begin to function on a higher intuitive level, where the act of manifesting reality becomes nearly instantaneous. In other words, thoughts and intentions will have a more direct and immediate impact on shaping each individual's experiences. However, this transition to the new Earth does not mean that everyone will automatically integrate into this new level of consciousness. There will be those who resist change, individuals who remain trapped in old paradigms and are not yet ready to step into this new reality. But this resistance will not halt the transformation. Many spiritual traditions speak of an energetic separation within humanity, where those who choose to awaken will shift into a new frequency of existence, while others will continue their cycles of learning until they are prepared to evolve. And this leads to the most critical question: what will the 144,000 chosen ones do in this new era? If their mission is to prepare humanity for this transformation, what role will they play once the shift has taken place? The answer may lie in the idea that they are not just guides, but also architects of this new reality. Each of them carries a unique piece of knowledge that will be crucial in shaping the world to come, whether in spirituality, technology, art, science, or collective consciousness. But this transition will not happen without challenges. Even after the shift, there will be an adaptation period, during which people will need to learn how to navigate a world governed by new paradigms. Many will require guidance in understanding and integrating this expanded awareness, and this is where the chosen ones will continue to play a vital role. They will serve as mentors, helping others operate within this new reality and co-creating a system based on truth, harmony, and spiritual evolution. At the heart of this transformation lies a fundamental truth. Humanity is not heading toward collapse, but ascension. While we may be experiencing difficult times now, these challenges are part of a necessary purification and realignment process. The old must fall away so that the new can emerge, and those who feel this calling within themselves already know that this is only the beginning of an even greater journey. But now, a crucial question arises. How can each of us prepare for this transformation if we are truly moving toward this new era? What steps can we take right now to ensure we are ready for the change? Are there practices, knowledge, and mindsets that can help us align with this higher frequency? These are the questions we will explore in Part 9. Preparing for the Calling. The Path to Enlightenment. If you feel that you are part of this movement, now is the time to explore how to align with your mission and activate your true potential. If the 144,000 chosen ones are truly being called to play a pivotal role in humanity's transformation, then one essential question arises: how can one prepare for this calling? The shift into a new state of consciousness does not happen automatically. It requires intention, discipline, and a deep commitment to spiritual awakening. But what practices and knowledge can accelerate this process? And more importantly, how can you know if you are truly ready to fulfill this mission? The first stage of this journey is breaking free from conditioned thought patterns and seeing reality from a new perspective. Many people spend their lives trapped in limiting beliefs, fears, and societal programming that prevent them from accessing their true potential. The key to preparation is questioning everything, challenging the narratives we have been taught, and redefining our perception of ourselves and the world. However, this path to truth cannot be purely intellectual. It must be experienced. Meditation is one of the most powerful tools for aligning with spiritual calling. When the mind is quiet, a deeper awareness emerges, revealing insights and guidance beyond ordinary understanding. Many individuals on the path of awakening report that once they adopt meditation as a daily practice, they begin experiencing meaningful synchronicities and a heightened connection to their intuition. Beyond meditation, raising one's vibrational frequency is essential. Energy levels determine the ability to access higher states of consciousness. There are several ways to elevate this frequency. Practicing mindful eating by reducing processed and toxic foods and embracing natural high-energy nutrition. Reconnecting with nature by spending time outdoors, walking barefoot on the earth, and absorbing the natural electromagnetic field of the planet. Filtering external influences by limiting exposure to negative media, toxic relationships, and distractions that lower one's energy. Developing intuition is another crucial aspect of preparation. Intuition is the inner compass guiding individuals toward their higher purpose. Strengthening it requires trust, awareness, and the willingness to act on subtle inner messages. The more one listens to these inner signals, the clearer and more precise they become. As part of this transformation, personal integrity and alignment with higher truths become non-negotiable. Actions, words, and intentions must reflect the values of truth, love, and wisdom. This alignment creates resonance with the greater mission, allowing individuals to step into their roles as catalysts for change. Ultimately, preparing for this great shift is about embracing the inner transformation that leads to an external one. Every individual who raises their consciousness contributes to the collective evolution. The journey is not about waiting for change to happen, but actively embodying it. If you feel a deep calling within, it may not be a coincidence. The time to step into your mission is now. The question is no longer whether this transformation will happen. It is how prepared you are to be part of it. The chosen ones must learn to trust the voice within, for it is through this inner guidance that the most important messages are received. In a world overwhelmed by distractions and external noise, the ability to listen to and interpret intuition has become more challenging than ever. However, the more one strengthens this connection with their inner compass, the clearer the path ahead becomes. Signs and synchronicities begin to emerge, offering direction and reassurance that one is aligned with their true mission. Yet, preparation for this calling is not solely an individual journey. Connecting with others on the same path is equally essential. As previously mentioned, the chosen ones do not operate in isolation. Each person carries a unique piece of knowledge required to shape the new earth, and only through unity and collaboration can this new reality be fully realized. Seeking out like-minded individuals, sharing experiences, and building support networks can significantly accelerate the awakening process. This collective synergy not only strengthens individual resolve, but also amplifies the impact of the mission on a global scale. This leads to one of the deepest questions on this journey. What is the true purpose of this mission? Why have these 144,000 individuals been chosen? The answer may lie in the fundamental principle of service to humanity. True awakening is not simply about achieving personal enlightenment. It is about using that wisdom to uplift and guide others. The chosen ones are not here to ascend alone. They have a responsibility to assist those who are still trapped in illusion, helping them find their way to truth and transformation. This brings us to one of the greatest challenges on the spiritual path, the test of the ego. As one awakens and gains access to deeper knowledge, there's a temptation to fall into spiritual arrogance, the belief that one is superior, more enlightened, or more important than others. This is one of the most significant obstacles the chosen ones must overcome. True power does not come from control over others, but from humility and service. Enlightenment is not about being better than anyone else. It is about recognizing that all beings are on their own journey and that each person awakens in their own time. Another essential aspect of preparation is the release of fear. Fear is the most powerful tool used to keep humanity bound to illusion. Fear of scarcity, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. These fears act as invisible chains, preventing awakened individuals from stepping fully into their roles. To truly embody their mission, the chosen ones must rise above these illusions, embracing faith, courage, and the unwavering knowledge that they were called for a reason. Because in the end, their awakening is not just for themselves, it is for the world. One of the greatest lessons on the path to enlightenment is realizing that fear is nothing more than an illusion, an artificial construct of the mind. When one learns to trust the flow of life and embrace their mission with unwavering faith, fear loses its grip, making room for true spiritual liberation. But perhaps the most profound realization of this journey is that awakening is not a destination. It is a continuous process. There's no finish line, no singular moment where one can claim, "I have arrived." Evolution is eternal. Even the most spiritually advanced beings continue to learn, grow, and expand their consciousness. The truly awakened individual understands that there is always more to discover, always more to learn, and that the path of enlightenment is infinite. So, the ultimate question remains, what now? Where do we go from here? If you feel that you are part of this mission, if these words resonate with something deep within you, then know that the calling has already begun. The next step is to follow this calling with courage, dedication, and love. The 144,000 are not passive observers waiting for a great event to unfold. They are the catalysts of that event. They bring transformation to the world through their actions, awareness, and commitment to truth. And now, the most important question: are you ready to step into your role? Open your mind. Now I want to hear from you. If this message has spoken to you on a deep level, share your thoughts in the comments below. Have you noticed signs of awakening? Have you experienced strange synchronicities that seem to point you toward a greater purpose? Your experiences could inspire others and help connect those who are meant to walk this path together. Let's make this transformation a reality together. And if you think this journey ends here, think again. What lies beneath the secret societies of our world? How do Jesus and the Illuminati fit into this story, this hidden truth that no one wants you to uncover? There is a secret that could change everything. Click on the next video now and continue this deep investigation. I'll see you there.